Hello everybody and welcome back to my podcast, Esme's Country Life, and happy Wednesday because it is mini pod day where I have my bonus episodes on a Wednesday, and each Wednesday we talk about a certain topic, and today we're going to be talking about my equestrian Christmas gift guide, because I feel like as an equestrian each year you kind of get the same things. Like obviously if you get any gifts at Christmas or in the holidays, you're in a very lucky position, you should be very grateful, but I have some ideas that I would say are a little bit different, a little bit out of the box, but also some of these are actually a little bit more affordable as well, because obviously being an equestrian is an expensive sport. Not everyone could afford loads and loads of matchy sets. But anyway, before we begin, I just want to say a huge thank you to the sponsor of the podcast, Red Post. Red Post is an equestrian and country store based in the UK, but they also ship all over the world, and I know what I'm going to say, but Red Post have some incredible deals coming around to the holidays, and also a lot of the things, or quite a few of these things on my gift guide you can get at Red Post. So go and check them out. Also download the Red Post app. They have some incredible deals on the app as well. And there is a lot that you can find on there. They also have a Christmas gift guide on their website as well, if you'd like some more inspiration after you've listened to this podcast. But anyway, thank you so much to Red Post for sponsoring the podcast, and go and check them out at redpostequestrian.co.uk. Anyway, I've been very prepared. I've got a whole list here. Now, I have done equestrian gift guides before on my YouTube channel, but I've come up with some even more ideas. So, starting off is something that I would say not many equestrians own, but is one of my favourite products that I use every winter, and that is a pair of ear warmers. Now, I'm not talking about any ear warmers, because you can get any ear warmers, at your local clothing shop, that kind of thing. No. This is a special equestrian ear warmer, because you can get ones that fit under your helmet. I find I am that person where when I'm out about with the horses, especially when you're wearing a helmet, the one thing that gets chilly, I could be wearing 4 different layers on my body, my gilets, my jumpers, my coats, but the one thing that will always get cold for me is my ears. I do have very little ears, actually. I used to get made fun of for having very small ears. But anyway, my ears do get so cold. And I feel like having cold ears is one of the worst feelings, because sometimes you can get a bit of earache, especially if it's super windy as well. The last thing you want is cold wind in your ears. So the ones that I have are actually Lemure ones, and they are incredible because they're thin enough that you can wear them with a helmet, you can put your helmet safely on top, and it feels super snug, super comfortable, but they're not so thick that you feel like super uncomfortable on your helmet and it's too thick and all that kind of stuff. So get yourself, even for yourself, get one for yourself, get ones for your friends and family, get ones for that one equestrian parent or friend or family member that goes to the yard with you all the time and doesn't actually ride horses, and you just drag them along everywhere. Get them a pair of ear warmers, because oh my goodness, they are a game changer, especially when you're like so unmotivated to ride in the winter. Having those on your ears, especially when you're hacking and you're going super fast across the galloping fields, it is so good. Okay. Number two is one that I should probably get for my dad this year. Although saying that, I am very grateful that my dad very kindly, he's doing some rude gestures at me. He very kindly helps me look after the horses, so I can't be too cheeky. But one thing that we both, actually, I'll put my hands up here high, I would admit to this as well. One thing that we both do, we've quite often, hopefully we've got out of it now, but that is leaving the hose pipe on when filling up the water buckets in their stable. Yes, everyone's been there, everyone's done it. We do try and add alarms to our phones, because we're both just absolute scatterbrains and will completely forget. And normally we remember because there is a trail of water going down the yard and the stable is flooded, and we hear the hose pipe it's taken off like a snake and it's zooming around the stable. Anyway, so yes, there is actually a solution to this, something that I found online, and that is, I'm not exactly sure what it's called, but I'm pretty sure it's called like a hose pipe water bucket stopper, and I know a lot of gardeners use this as well, so if maybe you have a friend or family member that's into gardening, also useful. But I feel like this is a little bit of a cheeky present, but it's one of those things that you probably wouldn't maybe buy for yourself. We'd be like, oh, I don't need that, but actually if a friend or family member buys it for you, you would probably use it quite a lot. So I know that we probably need to get one because, again, as I said before, we also soak our hay as well. So I think that's one of the reasons why it's happened a little bit more often recently, is because the horses are a little bit more in the winter, and we soak their hay. So that means more water going everywhere, more hose pipes on the loose. So get yourself a hose pipe restraint. There we go. Okay, the next thing I think would be really, really cute. So I feel like, again, as I said before, with equestrian gifts, not everyone can afford like to buy your best friend a horse rug or some more expensive horse accessories, but something super cute that I think is really useful, because sometimes you get given stuff at Christmas. Now, again, I don't want to sound ungrateful, but sometimes you get given stuff that you're like, oh, I don't really need this, or like that's just gonna end up cluttering, like there's no space for this big item. But something that I always think is super useful is things that get used up. So I'm talking your lotions, your potions, your mane and tail detangler, shampoos, fly sprays, although fly sprays aren't used as much in Christmas time in the winter, apart from my Australians and New Zealand people in the Southern Hemisphere. So, you know, fly spray for you guys. Purple shampoo for the grey owners. So I think, like, at Christmas, I feel like it's very common to do little Christmas baskets. So, like, not even in the horse world, I'm talking sometimes you get, like, Christmas cookies, gingerbread men, little gingerbread house, snacks, panettone, that kind of stuff in a cute little basket. What you could do is make an equestrian one with your lotions and potions and shampoos. Maybe, like, a little grooming brush you could pop in there. Horse treats. Every horse owner is always in need of more horse treats. Now, I know that's a very basic item, Esme, that's so basic, but if you put it in a cute little basket, you can get cheap little baskets at like Home Bargains, B&M. If you go a little bit fancier, like a little woven one is quite nice, or like a wooden one, like the more natural look is very pretty. But also the plastic ones would probably be better for horse owners, because then they can then reuse that basket as storage at the stables or at the yard for putting bits and bobs in. So actually, win-win situation. Also, I am that person that I will keep every basket, every bag that presents have been in and reuse them, because reduce, reuse, recycle. What can I say? So yes, you could do like a horse one that has all of the horse treats in, and then you could also do one, let's like maybe a human one, which I think could be a lovely thing for maybe, again, that one friend or family member that goes to the yard with you or goes to the stables with you in the depths of winter, helps out. You could do like a little care guide for them, so maybe some hand cream, maybe some hand warmers, maybe like their favourite snacks, if that's like chocolate or sweets or that kind of thing. You could also get them maybe some kind of more self-care products, so like some bubble bath, because they deserve a nice hot bath after you've dragged them out to the stables in the mud and the rain and the dark. So there we go. Maybe if they're like my dad, who just has coffee at all times, a nice little coffee travel mug could also go in there. So it could be there like, thank you for helping me with the horses self-care basket. And then for the equestrian family or friend member, you could do them a little horse treat, lotion and potions, just like, you know, those restocking videos that you see where it's like, restock my snack cupboard with me, or restock my cleaning products with me. Basically a horsey version of all the products that you always need restocking, because I feel like it's one of the most annoying things that you have to buy as an equestrian. Like, oh, I've run out of mane and tail detangler, gotta buy another one of them. It's not as exciting, you know, as buying a new pair of like new riding top or pair of riding leggings, that kind of thing. It's like, oh, just gotta restock. So actually somebody else buys you all your restock items. Brilliant. 10 out of 10, best present ever, because you're gonna have to buy something like that anyway and they're gonna get used up. So after that, we have something that's more, like, we've talked about lots of physical products, but I think this next one is really nice. And again, budget-wise, it can be as little or as much as you want, and that is an experience. I always think experiences are just, I don't know, I personally really, really love them when it comes to Christmas presents, because I think it's quite thoughtful as well, especially if it's for a friend and maybe it's an activity that you can then do together and create memories. And I don't know, I just find it quite magical. So maybe it could be that you and your friend, you put some money towards a horse box hire, and you could maybe go to the beach with your friend, or go to the forest, or go somewhere new if you don't have a horse box. Because I know one of my friends, she doesn't have a horse box, and she always asks her friends and family members for Christmas for horse box hire vouchers. Also, other things could be like maybe an arena hire. You could go cross country together or get like a voucher for that, or go to a local show jumping centre. Just like little activities like that are so much fun. Or it could be for a horse riding lesson together with you and your friend. So yes, I always think activities or vouchers for activities is great fun. And also, you can do this for your non-horsey friends as well. There are lots of different activities and fun things that you could do together as well. So there we go. I'd say that's a pretty good idea if I do say so myself. Because I don't know, I'm just saying all the things that I would personally like to get as a gift. And then next thing is actually probably the gift that I think is the most important, because we all know at Christmas it's a time about giving. And actually this next one is very close to my heart, and that is charities. So as you guys know, I'm an ambassador for World Horse Welfare, and that is the charity that my pony Duke is from. He's a little rescue, and actually with World Horse Welfare you can sponsor a stable yard for as little as £5 a month. So when you sponsor a stable yard, you get a lovely little pack like this. You get updates of all the horses in that stable yard, and also what's really lovely, because they have so many different centres up and down the country, you can go and visit your local one. You can go and see the horses there, which is incredible. You can hear about your stories. So you do get like a little welcome pack here with so many different things for a younger friend or family member. They also have their stable squad that you can do, and you do get like a little mini pony as well, which is very, very sweet. It's like a little soft toy. But yeah, sponsoring a stable yard is so essential, because World Horse Welfare, they need these funds to do the work they do. They are the reason that Duke was able to be saved. So there are also lots of other charities that also do similar things. And again, you can start at as little as £5 a month, so you can give as much or as little as you want. But I think that is an absolutely incredible thing to do. And personally, I know when it comes to Christmas, when friends and family members be like, oh, what do you want? A lot of the time I do say, please just put some money towards some of the, charities that I'm an ambassador for, because all the charities that I do work for do such incredible work. Like the Brook charity also, you can put lots of money towards different things on their website. You can have a little scroll through and click on exactly what you want that money to go towards. So again, the Riding for the Disabled Association, they are also incredible. So please, if you can, donate to them. Obviously the RSPCA as well. There are so many different charities out there. So maybe if you have a friend or family member that isn't super horsey, but maybe they're passionate about something else, there are so many different charities out there that could be similar to their passions as well. But anyway, I just wanted to say that, because all of these charities do incredible work. And again, Christmas is all about giving, and they do such incredible things. Okay, on to our last present. Maybe I'll add a few more. You guys know me, I always like to add some bonus ones in there, but these are the ones that I've got written down and planned, and that is personalized objects. Now you do have to be a bit organized with this one, because you do have to be a bit organized, because obviously they do have to be made. It's not just buying something and getting it next day. I'm going to explain it. So, actually the website, the reason why I got this idea is the website that I make my stickers from. So if you don't know, when I was doing my book tour, I had these stickers of all of my horses' faces on. So when people, when I had their book signed, I'd be like, oh, do you want a sticker as well? And people would stick it in their book. It was brilliant. And I thought, oh my goodness, because when I had these stickers, you best believe, all of my friends and family members, even the people at Penguin, at Waterstones, they were like, oh my gosh, this is incredible. Please, can I have a sticker? So my mum and my brother, who both have big girl and big boy jobs, like very serious jobs as well, they have a picture on their laptop, a sticker on their work laptop of Joey doing his sniffing, smiling face. I think actually since then they liked the stickers so much they have got the whole gang. They got Duke, they got Casper on there as well. So what could be even more incredible? I've just had the brilliant idea. If you're really sneaky, so maybe this is one for any of the parents listening, I feel like this would be so funny. If you go to the stables without your friend or family member, obviously, if you have permission and you're close, don't just take pictures of random people's horses, but take a picture of your friend or family member's favourite horse at the stables, or their horse, maybe if you can, doing a funny face. Then go on to search up on the internet, personalised gifts whatever. There's so many different ones that you can go on. Obviously different countries have different names, but you could make a t-shirt with your friend or family member's horse on doing a funny face. A mug, like honestly, I'm actually tempted to get a mug for my mum this year with all of my horse's funny faces on. Maybe Foss dog as well. That would be brilliant. I think that would be so funny because my mum, she says one of her favourite things is having, she's like me, she loves a mug of tea, but she loves having it on her desk because with her job, she can't really have too many like personalised things. Her desk, like other people use as well. So it's not like she can have cute little knickknacks on there. So having a little mug with personalised things on, brilliant. Maybe somebody's in university or school or college and they need notebook with a funny picture of your pet on. That is brilliant. That is a conversation starter for sure. There are so many other things that you can get as well. Like you could do a calendar. I remember one year my brother made a calendar for my mum and it was all pictures of us and the animals and family, and she absolutely loves that because again, at her home desk, she has a little calendar up. Brilliant. So there are lots of different ideas that you can do for personalized gifts. And again, you don't have to own a horse to do this one. It could be your favorite pony at the stables that you ride, or your lone pony. It could be a pet. It could just be a really embarrassing picture of your own face. So I feel like that's something my dad would do. He would be like, oh, Esme, I've got you this lovely t-shirt and it's got my face on it. So do you know what my friend did once? She got a picture, a really horrendous picture of my other friend, and got a small little cushion made of her face. So, another really obscure personalised gift that my other friend did, which was brilliant, was when my friend moved into her house, what did we get her? We got her personalised coasters with all of our faces on. So when we would go round her house, because she was like the hosting person, would always go round her house as like a friendship group, we would have our own coasters for putting our drinks on so we wouldn't get our drinks mixed up. Now that I feel like would be great for friends. Can you imagine like your mum opening it up on Christmas Day and it's got all your faces on? Brilliant. Another idea that's kind of similar to the last one is getting photos printed out. So again, it could be horsey, but it also could be memories with your best friend. I think nowadays, especially as everyone takes photos on their phones, everyone has all of their photos backed up with like iCloud or on their computer or that kind of thing. People just don't print out photos as much as they used to. And one of my favourite presents I ever gave to my friend was, as you guys know, I'm very lucky to have a dad who is very talented in photography. And we did an arena hire together and he took some really lovely photos of both of us. So he actually went and got the photo printed. I found a really pretty frame, so find some nice frames out there, guys, because I don't know, when you frame a photo as well, it just makes it even more special. Like obviously having photos printed out, or you can get them put on canvases, like that's lovely enough as it is, but if you've thought enough about it where it's in a frame, you don't have to worry about like, oh, I need to go and get this thing framed, or I need to go and blah blah blah. It's like there, you can just like put it up on your mantelpiece or put it on your desk, and I don't know, like a framed photo I think is so lovely. Also, if you don't have a dad who is super talented at photography like mine, do not worry, because there are actually so many different equestrian photographers out there. So a gift that you could also give a friend is a photo shoot. I know that I feel so grateful that I have so many incredible photos with my horses, especially Mickey, who we sadly no longer have anymore, that I can look back on with like smiles and happy memories. So I think doing a photo shoot with your horse is so much fun. I really need to get round to doing some more, because I'd love to do one where I'm like all in a pretty dress. Maybe wait till the summer. We'll wait till the summer to do that, because a lot of the time, all of the photos I'm doing, I'm like, oh, well, while I'm there, I'll wear my horsey stuff because I'm doing work for brands, like it is kind of my job. But I would like to do some more pretty ones where I'm wearing like a pretty flowy dress in the summer. You know, the sort of photos that I mean. Also, there are so many incredible artists out there as well. Art by Ria, actually, she has drawn an incredible sketch of my pony Mickey that, oh my goodness, it just looks exactly like him. It is absolutely stunning, and I'm so grateful. So I know that she does get booked up pretty quickly with work, so maybe not in time for Christmas, because it does take so many hours to draw these incredible portraits. Or you could get a painting done by somebody else of your horse or pony or pet. I just think that's such a lovely gift, and it's so thoughtful as well. And it's something that you would never want to throw away and won't like end up in landfill, if you know what I mean. I feel like a lot of Christmas gifts are kind of novelty for like a few days and then you kind of get bored of them, or they're not very interesting, when that is something so meaningful and so beautiful. So yes, portraits of pets or horses I think is a really good idea. But again, you might have to, you know, order it and be like, hey, I've got you this, but it's not going to be in time for Christmas because it takes quite a while to draw an animal. But anyway, I think we're going to finish off today's podcast episode there. Please let me know in the comments if you have any other Christmas gift ideas, equestrian or non-equestrian, it can be either. I have kind of gone for today's episode a little bit of a horsey spin, but again, I have shown you that some of these things can be for non-equestrians as well, because I am the only equestrian in my family. So actually, well, my dad is now a horsey person. He doesn't ride, but he knows, you know, all the other things about caring for horses. But again, a lot of people have friends and family members that aren't horsey. But anyway, let me know in the comments, because you never know, I might actually use some of your ideas, because today's podcast episode goes out. It's the first podcast of December, guys. It is December now. I actually am pre-recording this in November, so you don't know that. It is December, it's December. Woo, Christmas. Definitely not November. Anyway, thank you to Red Post for sponsoring today's podcast episode. Again, so many of these things that I talked about, you can get at Red Post, and also at the moment when this podcast goes out, they have some incredible deals with the roll up to Christmas. So go and check it out at redpostequestrian.co.uk, and I'll see you all next time. Thanks for listening. Bye.